Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Anna and I'm a little bit spooky. And today we're doing a soft cyberpunk look. I got inspired the other day because I kind of dib-dabbed a little bit into Danessa Myricks' Lightworks 3 for a shade called Strawberry Moon. And I decided it wasn't quite the tone I was going for in that look, but I wanted to do something featuring that little multi-chrome anyway. And of course I wanted to use Blooming Romance again. So that's what we did today on the face and create this kind of soft, slightly cut crease, halo eye something. I just want to kind of sit down and be a little creative and kind of paint with some eyeshadow today, so that's what I did. And we got some new lashes from Kiss to play with. So yeah, if that interests you, just go ahead and keep on watching. For you do, don't forget to like and subscribe. Let me know down below if there's any more looks you'd like to see with the Danessa Myricks Blooming Romance, because I am just in love with this palette. In love. It is so dang good. Without further ado, let's get into the makeup and a little bit of chit chat. I'm gonna brag about my dad, and we're gonna have a little glaucoma journey update in this one. Yeah, so without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, good morning, hello, let's do a makeup look. I want to play with Blooming Romance today, but the other day I created a look with Blooming Romance and I did a little touch of the shade called Strawberry Moon from the Danessa Myricks Lightworks Volume 3, which is this gorgeous shade right here that flashes to like a purple pink from a white. Very complex duochrome, multi-chrome shade. And I thought, let's do something that really leans into that, because I ended up kind of covering it with another shade and it didn't get to shine because it was not quite the tone I wanted for that particular look. So today we're going to do something a little bit more pinky cool tone and really lean into those purpley shades within Blooming Romance, which is this palette here that I'm obsessed with. Already on my face is my brows. Eyes are primed. I have put on some e.l.f. Halo Glow Flawless e.l.f. Halo Glow filter, liquid filter, whatever it's called, and some e.l.f. Liquid Putty Primer. Let's dive on in here. I'm starting with eyes because I anticipate getting a little messy today. Oh, and I got some new lashes I'm going to play with too. I got some new lashes from Kiss. Okay, first things first, let's start with, what do I want to start with? We'll take an E25 and I'm going to start with a shade called Allure and run that through the crease. We're going to stick with the powders for the time being, and then I'll tell you when I'll switch to pomades. And I'm going to tuck that right here. Kind of a little bit of a higher placement above the transition, or in the transition area, a little bit above my natural crease. Just below the brow bone and blending up towards the tail of the brow arch area. Alright, now I'm going to swap to a smaller brush. I'm going to take this little tiny blending brush from Morphe. This is a M562. And we take some more of Allure on this. And I'm going to place it not on the inner part of the lid, but above that right here. In the crease, but on the inner part, but we're going to keep the lid blank. And we're keeping kind of a empty spot in the middle here. I'm going to do a little bit, tad bit cut crease, tad bit halo eye, a little bit of everything. We're going to get creative today and experiment and play. And just have a painting session. Because it's good for our soul. Okay, and back to the Sigma brush. I'm going to take some of Smitten and just kind of blend that edge just a bit with Smitten. Just for a little bit of a soft pink kiss from this shade. And I'm deciding how dark I want to go with the look. Like, you could definitely just stop here and have this be the grounding kind of base of the look, and then just go with the Strawberry Moon shade. But I kind of want to just deepen up just a touch more and build up a little bit more of Allure. Just kind of right there. And a little bit more right in here. Then on the blank spot in the middle here, I'm just going to lighten that up with a bit of Crush. Just maintain that brightness there and make sure everything is looking diffused at the same time. I think on our little brush, I'm going to take just a tiny bit of Bliss just to add some contrast. Just there. And then take a bit more of Allure and just really make sure that it's looking blended at that spot. A bit more of Allure. I'm really going to make sure this is kind of winging out right here. And get a little bit more Bliss. Just create a little bit of lift right there in the winged shape. Now we're going to go over to the cream version of Crush and use that to kind of carve out the lid a little bit and like clean it up and do a little bit like a cut crease kind of placement. Let me grab a little flat brush. She'll do. Just grab a little flat brush and we'll tidy up the lid here and create our precise little shape with this. Like that. I've got Digital Bath by Deftones in my head because I saw a meme of Mo from The Simpsons and it says I feel like Mo, and so that's all I have playing in my head right now is I feel like Mo. I kind of love the resurgence of Deftones. I've always enjoyed them, and I feel like they didn't get appreciated as much way back when as they are now. I'm kind of happy about it. Like, they deserve it. Because they've got some amazing music. I definitely underappreciated them back in the day. And my husband got me to listen to them when we first started dating. I have very vivid memories of being somewhat intoxicated in the apartment parking lot, making out to Deftones. Oh, youth. I was probably 23, 24 at the time. Oh, yep. And the apartment that he lived in has like very shady trees around, and it was very park-like. So you could just go like hang out in your car, and it was nice. And you had like a pretty view all the time. And this was like 3 a.m. So when like there was like people around. This is getting home after the bar kind of thing. Date night stuff. Early date night stuff. As I'm filming this, is his birthday today. I think he was early 20s at the time. I don't know. Maybe mid to late 20s. I don't know. Let me see. If I was 23, he was 27 at the time. And just so you know how long ago that was, he is 41 today. Today's his 41st birthday, and I am 37. And it doesn't feel like it was that long ago. It feels like yesterday still to me, which I think is a good thing. Like, we still get excited to see each other and spend time together. Like, we don't even like being apart. We're one of those couples who are glued to each other and enjoy each other's company. Now, I'm going to take some of the darkest shade in here, XO. I'm going to use that for a little bit of a liner. Where'd my little liner brush go? I just had it. We'll just grab this e.l.f. one. I'm taking the cream at this point. Keep that at the lash line, coming from this little inner corner. Following that little shape we've created. While we're at this, so a few weeks ago I got told I got told I didn't have glaucoma after a little scare at one eye doctor. And they're like, oh no, you're fine. You don't have glaucoma after all. I don't see what the problem is. I go back for follow-up to do a field of vision test, and they're like, well, your eye pressure's high today. We're not going to say you have glaucoma because you passed your field of vision perfectly, and you're not having extreme degeneration in your vision, just more normal aging. No family history, so we're not going to call it glaucoma. Possibly pre-glaucoma, but we're going to go ahead and treat it like it is, and we're going to put you on some drops. But I'm getting the drops that grow your eyelashes. So I'm silver linings, okay? You gotta find your silver linings. It's essentially the same, or I think it is the same stuff that's in Latisse. It's just a more concentrated dose that goes straight into your eyeball. So I'm gonna have to start doing drops nightly. They're currently out of stock. I'm waiting for Walmart to get them back in stock. The pharmacy was out. And I'm hoping it works. I go back in a couple of weeks for another follow-up just to check eye pressure and see how the drops are doing. But yeah. Now, I went from having one doctor act like I was going blind to another one who was like, okay. Like, he didn't actually even want to really prescribe the drops. He was kind of like, you know what, let's go ahead and do it just as a preventative thing, just to see if it helps, you know, and yeah, it wasn't like a dire situation. He's like, I just want to bring your eye pressure down a little bit. But it's like, come on. Okay. And he's like, I just want to, you know, monitor you and that kind of thing. I've been told these things since I was 3 years old about my eyes. So it's not a new thing for me. Okay. I'm gonna set that over with the powder. Oh, something cool happened. So my dad he's 74 and still works full time, which started out of necessity, like he come out of retirement. But then I think he actually enjoys working and he's continued to work. Anyway, he just got a pretty cool opportunity promotion-y thing where he's now the interior designer at his job. He was project manager, he's an engineer and contractor, does drafting and all that sort of stuff. Very, very intelligent and tech savvy. The interior designer left at where he works and they're like, we're going to put you on this and this could be your job now. And he's like, okay. Because it's a lot easier than what he was currently doing. His job wasn't like super crazy, but it was kind of physically demanding. He had to walk job sites and stuff. And he's had knee replacement, cancer, heart condition. I think he's considered in heart failure technically. He's got a defibrillator, all kinds of stuff. It's like, man, maybe a little less physical stress wouldn't hurt. But he's still, he's going to be active and walking around because he's got to go to the areas and eat furniture and all that. He works at a large facility. Works at a hospital. So yeah, he's had to take multiple classes to kind of learn about interior design in a hospital setting and how that goes. But they're remodeling a hospital, and that's what he's been working on that for the last 10 plus years on this huge remodel project that's just never ending because there's always something needs done. And yeah, but it's a pretty cool opportunity, and it's easier job overall, less stress, which is great, and a little more easy on his body, and a pay raise. So I think he's going to take the job permanently. Right now it's just filling in, and they're like, yeah, in a little while, apply for it permanently. Because that's just their system, how it works. They're convoluted and everything has to be done, by the books in that kind of setting. Anyway, I just thought that was so cool. At 74, taking on a new job, a new little challenge. So look at you go. He really is tech savvy. Like, he has never let himself get behind on technology at all. He went to college in the 60s for this. I think he went to school or started school at like in 1969, 70 to be a draftsman, and it involved into being a contractor and into other things. And he steadily kept up like his own education, never went back to school for anything. Like, he's just taught himself all this stuff that has changed in the last 50 years since he's graduated. It went from doing everything by hand on giant drafting tables, huge plans and blueprints and all that, to being completely digital, and now with like tablets and drawing it. And he's just flowed right with it, and like taught himself AutoCAD, all the things. Like, his setup at work is like 3 monitors, looks like NASA. He's so tech savvy, but social media kind of throws him off still. He's not good with the Facebook. I don't know what it is. He's got like 5 Facebooks. I never know which one he's actually using, so I just send things to all 5 of them if I need to send him something, like a picture or whatever, or tag him. He gets tagged in all of them. Makes communication a little tricky with my brother, because that's how we communicate. We use Facebook Messenger, because my brother's international, and he lives in Colombia, but he might be in Geneva or Ireland or somewhere, and it's easiest to talk through Messenger because it's just Wi-Fi. So that makes that a little bit tricky. I'm taking Crush, by the way, and just setting over the lid. So I told my brother's like, you just gotta send him messages on all 5 of his accounts and see which one replies. That's the one he's using that day. He's logged in on one on his work computer, he's logged in on one at his home computer, he's logged in on a different one on a tablet, he's got a different one going on his phone. So it's just kind of where he's at that part of the day, which is the one you'll communicate with. Luckily, I could just text him. He's good with like texting and all that stuff. He's great with his smartphone. He's always been good with gadgets. He taught me everything I know about computers when I was a kid. Like, we were very much a technology forward family. We had our own home computer back in the 80s, old IBM, and I immediately was like, my mom was like, learn to type. She would teach me to type, and I knew how to open up Word at like 2 and 3 years old on Microsoft MS-DOS. I knew the key commands to get into Word, and I would sit there and play typing, pretend I was a secretary, because I loved doing that, or office administrator. I just thought that was so fun when I was a kid. I had my little typewriter that I would play on. I took every computer course in school that was offered. And now, like, my nephew is taking like all these coding classes and Photoshop and all these things. I'm like, man, I wish we had that opportunity to learn that when I was that age. And my sister taught ourselves HTML on MySpace. And that's the extent of my coding knowledge. Is I know a little bit of HTML, and that's probably just gone, because most tech things now don't really require you to have that much knowledge. Like, if you're just building a website for yourself or for a small business or whatever, you don't really need that much coding. It's just point, click, and it's very user friendly now. Whereas back in the day, if you wanted something changed, you had to do it in the code. And of course, to design the templates and the main stuff, that's where the coding is needed. And for really custom, fancy websites, that's where you need all the expertise. But for like the basic stuff, you really don't need all that. Okay, let's jump over to Lightworks Volume 3. And we're going to take some of Strawberry Moon, which is this beautiful shade right here. Ugh. I'm going to pick that up on a little brushy. I am a little bit happy today. Don't know why, but I am. Pick up a bit of this and we'll paint that onto the lid and fill in our blank spot. Let it diffuse out. And I'm gonna bring it a little bit up into that empty spot right there. Yeah, so today's my husband's 41st birthday. And I'm gonna cook chicken Alfredo for dinner because he's gotta work this week. And he works 12 hours and I think he's gotta work on he's like doing some cross training stuff and it's not an easy gig today. So I'm gonna cook him the chicken Alfredo for dinner. We're just gonna have a nice quiet evening. All he wants for his birthday is goes to Tsushima. I can't say that word. Tsushima. That's what he wants for his birthday. It's one game. Okay, because it's coming to PC today. I think it was PlayStation exclusive for the longest. As he loves Sekiro, so I think he's gonna like this one. That looks so pretty. Oh, yep, that's exactly what I was going for. Now I'm gonna add a little more, just a little touch more contrast with a bit of Bliss. Taking it on this brush. I'm gonna just do a little finessing and detail work. But yeah, let me know down below if you guys have any experience with eye pressure, eye drops. I can't think of the brand name. It's the one that makes your lashes grow. And I'm hoping that it doesn't cause any eye irritation. That's the one thing I'm worried about. It's like having irritated eyes. So I'm supposed to do it at night before bed. So I guess it'll be part of my nighttime skincare routine. Yeah, just let me know if you guys got any experience with that, how it went. Unless it's bad, don't tell me the bad. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear your bad side effects, okay? I don't need that kind of negativity. On a positive note, my mouth has finally quit hurting from all my dental work. Oh boy, has that took some healing. Because I had a lot done. It just finally, no pain. And everything's chilled out and settled. Do you know what fixed it? I switched to Sensodyne. That sorted it out in a day. It's are you kidding me? I just need it. I don't know what's in Sensodyne that makes it work, but it works. I didn't think it would do anything because most of my teeth are crowns. Apparently it does. It fixed the issue. I don't have burny, angry gums anymore. That was the problem. My gums weren't taking forever to heal. And I was having some nerve pain in one tooth. All gone. All gone. It ain't because I quit grinding my teeth. Okay, I think we're good on the upper lash line. I'm gonna go ahead and do my face makeup off camera, save time because it's really not that relevant to the video. And we'll come back for the finishing touches, lower lash line, all that. But let me go ahead and tell you what I'm gonna put on my face. I'm gonna put a little bit of Fenty Cream Contour and Amber. I'm gonna use Smashbox Always On, Skin Balancing Foundation, bit of Kosas Concealer. I'm gonna brighten with Smashbox Halo Eye Concealer stuff. Set everything down with the CoverGirl Simply Ageless Powder. And yeah, I'll see you in just a minute. And we're back. I took a lunch break. All right, let's do lower lash line. I'll grab this little flat brush here. Just a little generic flat brush. And let's see here. Maybe, actually, we'll take that liner brush, wherever it ran off to. Hello, liner brush. Where go? Where you go? Why I always lose the one thing I'm looking for. Well, you know what? Since we can't find it, I guess we won't use it. Oh, there it is. It's right there. We'll go in first with the cream version XO. And we join it up right here on this outer corner. And just tickle that right in that inner part, or outer part rather. I'm gonna take the powder version now, powder side. Pop a little bit of that. I'll get a little flat brush. We'll do a little bit of Bliss. I'm just gonna go with the powder. Just on the little tip here. Kind of blend that out a little. It's not bark time. People are allowed to mow their grass. Alright, bit of velour. Just gonna bring it a little bit lower, a little bit further in. Alright, back to the liner brush. I'm gonna do a little bit on the inner corner. A little bit of that powder. I'm just gonna tuck a little bit right in here in the tear duct. And that's all I want to do on lower lash line. Before I finish up the eyes, I'm gonna put on mascara and stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and do my blush. So first, I want to take some of Allure, the cream version of it. It's almost like a blushy contour, even though I have contour and bronzed. For bronzer, I used the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Sun-Kissed Glow Bronzer, because I feel like I'm trying to give myself a little color today. But anyway, we're going to take some of the cream version of Allure. And I'm going to put that kind of towards the back of the cheekbones here. Because it gives a shadowiness, this shade. Alright, and now I'll take a little bit of Smitten. Just a little bit higher. Cute. Very cute. I'm going to jump back to the eyes for just a second and do a little last minute kind of blending. So I'm taking a little more of the powder Allure. I'm just going to elongate that right here and soften that up just a little bit. I don't want it to be too harsh. I'm gonna put a little bit of glow on the cheeks. We'll go to Glowgasm. I'm gonna take this pinky shade here. Sorry, I just really love this palette. I know, I keep reaching for it. This is called like the Blush Pop or something rather. And now I'm going to touch my brows up and curl my lashes, do mascara, and throw on some falsies. Now for falsies, I got a PR box from Kiss, and they sent over their new natural collection. And within it, there were some individuals. So I want to put some of these like on the outer corner. I was going to dip into some of the ones from their Rebel collection, but I think actually the softer ones would look prettier with this look because it's not super dramatic in that way look. Like I want to save those for like grungy looks. These I think would be really pretty for today. And just a few on the outer corner just to give a bit of lift. So yeah, this is the style NNT01. And they're just some really nice kind of little wispy guys. Very pretty. New natural collection is so beautiful from Kiss. Ooh, it might be some of the prettiest lashes. This collection and like the Muses collection, oh, just absolutely stunning lashes. They look really like high-end lashes. Good stuff, Kiss. And I guess while I'm waiting for that, I'll go ahead and line my lips. Let's see. I'm thinking for lipstick, we'll use some of Bliss. Or maybe Allure. Let's see what Allure looks like just on the lips. Now, I don't think it has enough color. Let's see how Bliss looks in. Yeah, we'll use a little Bliss in there. But what does XO look like? Ooh. Let's use a little XO on the lips. Alright, I'm going to give my lips a little precise line with a brush. I'm just going to use my liner brush. We're going to take XO, the deepest pomade. And this will take me a minute, but I'm just going to fill in my lips with XO. I think it might be too much. That's too much for this look. Never mind. Let's just kind of line them with XO. Alright, and then I'm taking some of Bliss. Alright. That looks pretty. Alright, I need to fluff my hair, and we'll be right back. Okay, hair's fluffed. Last thing I want to do is add a little bit of gloss. My lips are dry today. I'm going to take Lavendering from Pat McGrath because it has this cool like purpley shift in it, and I think it'll match the eye look. Yeah. Yeah, buddy. That's cool looking. Yep. Very cool. Okay. I think this is our look finished, and I kind of love it. It's super fun and just like kind of, it's like soft cyberpunk. Check out? Yeah, that checks out. Soft cyberpunk, we're calling this. And I think it looks super pretty. Super pretty. Having a good curl day too. So I definitely have got a new favorite lash, and that's those little individuals from the new Natural collection from Kiss. Because they are good. They legit look so natural. I love them. All right. Wait, ooh, this has knocked my camera. All right, anyway, let me know your thoughts down below on this look. Do you want to see some more fun looks with Blooming Romance? Because I'm obsessed with the palette. I can't help it. I just love the colors. And yeah, let me know your thoughts down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay safe and stay spooky. Bye now.